Coming up in today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing all of the big news, more updates on Vince McMahon and the creative team. Nick Khan is speaking out about that. Also, we're going to talk about some huge Royal Rumble leaks, and Tony Khan is doubling down on his comments about potentially buying the WWE. It's all coming up in today's video. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Vince McMahon, is he part of the creative team or not? A lot of people want to know. Well, according to Nick Khan, who appeared on the Bill Simmons podcast to talk about the WWE, he spoke about Vince McMahon's return. He spoke about the Saudi Arabia rumors. I mean, he spoke about a lot in this case. And basically, he admitted that, WWE kind of stayed in touch with Vince McMahon throughout time, obviously on a personal level. But he also says that Vince McMahon has never told the WWE how to do things while he was gone. For the last 6-7 months, basically what ended up happening was Vince McMahon just kind of let them do their own thing. There was always this belief that he would come back, which I think a lot of people, even us, on YouTube or Twitter or whatever, I think we all kind of knew that would potentially happen. But Nick Khan basically admitted that Vince McMahon has never impacted the creative role or the creative direction of the company. Now, what it really comes down to is this, guys. Vince McMahon is the majority shareholder of this company. He's going to have all the power in the world when it comes to WWE. He is telling the staff, he's telling the people there that he is there to sell the company. Triple H has these meetings with talent before Raw, before SmackDown, and he lets them know, hey, this is what's going down. Vince McMahon is here to potentially look at a sale. The biggest plot twist of this all is whether or not WWE actually has a sale, and I think that is something to keep in mind too, because I think everybody here is just getting so wrapped up in the rumors, Saudi Arabia's investment fund, Endeavor, NBC. What if this is Vince McMahon's way of coming back, taking the company private, and remaining in control? There's a lot of things that could be happening here that we just don't know just yet, but it's a good idea to keep an open mind. The reason why is because Tony Khan is speaking out about potentially buying the WWE. Now, he was with Maggie and Perloff, and if you guys don't know, he's been on the show a couple times. He's spoken to them before about things on their show, and he says that he is interested in the news, that there's potentially a sales process, and certainly I think we've shown when there are acquisitions and transactions, we're capable of making the big purchases. Whether my dad steps up with the Jacksonville Jaguars or Fulham in the Premier League, we're playing with AEW. Look, guys, I don't even want to read this whole entire thing, to be honest with you. This is what's going down. Tony Khan says, and you know how he is. He bought ROH. He's talking about the success of AEW, blah, 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 blah. He's basically saying you never know when I'm going to address something, so stay tuned to AEW Dynamite and Rampage. This is Tony Khan being a promoter, getting people possibly excited about the idea of him buying the WWE. Stay tuned to Dynamite or Rampage is a really good idea because obviously people are going to tune in, which I think is silly because at this point, if WWE did sell to Tony Khan, I feel like it would be leaked anyways. But nonetheless, Tony Khan being a good promoter, he's talking about it publicly. I've actually said this in my other content because now Tony Khan is talking about it more. He's interested in being part of the sales process. Some people will disagree, but I would rather have somebody who enjoys wrestling own the WWE versus a company with old people in suits who don't give a shit about the WWE, who don't give a shit about wrestling. That's just how I see it. And I understand there's a reason why these people in suits and, they're old and they're rich. I get it. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why they're successful. But the wrestling business is completely different than Hollywood. It's completely different from most other entertainment. It's different from most sports. I don't think a lot of companies or a lot of individuals I don't think they know what they would be doing if they were to buy WWE. And, we can criticize AEW's creative. We can criticize their business decisions. But it doesn't change the fact that Tony Khan has the second largest promotion in North America in 20 plus years. And that's the truth. So we could sit here, criticize creative. We could do all these things, which I think is part of my show, right? I think my goal is to always offer insight that makes shows better. But at the end of the day, I would feel more comfortable with somebody who's familiar with the industry own the WWE. Now, do I genuinely think Vince McMahon will ever sell it to Tony Khan? Absolutely not. But also at the same time, too, if Vince McMahon is just trying to get paid and get the fuck out, then hey, there you go. That right there is the solution. So that is just something to keep in mind, something to definitely keep in mind because I'm not saying Tony Khan will buy the WWE, but I'm saying it could very well happen. And if it does, you just got to be very aware of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. With that, though, I do want to move on to the Royal Rumble, because the Royal Rumble is obviously a very, very big talk of the wrestling world right now. This is the Royal Rumble poster. As you could tell, it's very electrifying. And there's been a lot of rumors about The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin and so many other individuals. And guys, here's the news for those who are interested in knowing more about the news here. So basically, Cody Rhodes was announced. He was announced for a WWE return at the Royal Rumble. Cool. People were pissed about that. The reason why Cody Rhodes was announced for it is because Cody Rhodes, at this stage of the game, may not be part of the WrestleMania main event, because WWE might actually be splitting up the championship belts. So there is this belief that WWE is essentially going to do a tournament to crown a winner on night 1, where Roman Reigns would then verse The Rock on night 2. My belief is that Cody Rhodes will go into the Royal Rumble, lose the Royal Rumble, which is why he is not a surprise entrant, because it would piss people off. I believe, based on what we see here and the information that's out here, is that The Rock is scheduled for the Royal Rumble, and he is scheduled for WrestleMania night 2 against Roman Reigns. By having The Rock become the surprise and Cody Rhodes not being the surprise, it makes a lot of sense. Will it anger some people? I'm sure there's going to be some people there. Honestly, there's going to be some people there that are pissed off about it because they want Cody to win. But I think we still get a fairy tale happy ending with Cody Rhodes after Royal Rumble. But this is the way to do it. People are going to disagree. Some people will agree. I think The Rock winning the Royal Rumble to verse Roman Reigns actually is the right idea. And I'm turning back some of my comments before, because I said The Rock should absolutely not win the Royal Rumble. But the more and more that I thought about it, and the more that I've seen the programming go on, it would look really bad for The Rock just to randomly appear on Raw 30 or SmackDown and just, oh, by the way, I get the world championship. You know, it literally ruins the idea of a Royal Rumble match. So look, here's the idea. Championship belts get split. This is what's out there. This is what's been leaked. Championship belts get split. Cody versus Seth Rollins could be the main event of night 1 for that tournament to crown the WWE champion, bringing the belt to Raw. Roman Reigns versus The Rock. The Rock wins the Royal Rumble, probably jumps up on number 30. A lot of cool ways you could do that, by the way. And then there is more belief that because of the Royal Rumble and because of The Rock, the bloodline will turn on Sami Zayn, which will then lead to Sami Zayn joining Kevin Owens against the Usos at WrestleMania. A lot of crazy things happening for Royal Rumble, my friends. I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.